Hello, my friends. I am Zoe. Before we start, I just want to say thank you, truly. Thank you for pressing play and for spending these few quiet minutes with me. I know your days can be busy, sometimes even heavy, yet you still choose to show up and listen. That means a lot to me. Maybe your heart feels tired or your mind keeps running in circles. I understand that feeling. We all have those days. So while you are here, let this be your calm place to rest. Take a slow breath, let your shoulders relax, and just listen. You know, I used to wait for the perfect moment, when I had more energy, more motivation, when everything felt right. But that moment never really came. One morning, I realized that waiting was just another way of standing still. So instead of waiting, I started small. Just 5 minutes of action, one tiny step. And something beautiful happened. The moment I began, inspiration slowly followed. Maybe that is what we forget sometimes, that action does not come after motivation. It is the seed that creates it. Today, I want to sit with you for a while. I want to talk to you in a slow way, in a warm space, like you and I are sitting in the same quiet room. Maybe you are listening at night. Maybe you are listening on your way somewhere. Or maybe you are listening because your heart needs a pause. No matter where you are right now, I want you to know something very simple. You are safe here. You are allowed to slow down, and you are allowed to breathe. You know, people often say that everything happens for a reason. You hear this phrase so many times that it starts to lose meaning. But when you sit with life long enough, you begin to see something different. Maybe things do not happen because destiny planned everything for you. Maybe things happen, and you give them meaning through the way you grow, through the way you learn, and through the way you become a different version of yourself. Sometimes life gives you moments that feel very heavy. You may feel pain, failure, or some small accident that ruins your day. In that moment, it's hard to understand why it's happening. It feels unfair. It feels unnecessary. You may think that you could live happily without that problem. And yet, many months or many years later, you look back and see a small turning point. Something changed inside you because of that moment. Something woke up. Something pushed you into a new direction, even if you didn't know it back then. And this is the first thing I want to share with you today. Life is not meaningful because everything is planned. Life becomes meaningful because you learn to find meaning inside the things that happen. Maybe you remember a moment of heartbreak. Maybe you remember a time when you failed an exam or lost someone you loved. At that time, you felt broken. But if you look at yourself now, you can see a different strength. You can see a more patient version of you, or a more careful one, or a braver one. Meaning does not appear on day one. Meaning appears when your heart is ready to understand. Meaning grows at your pace, not at life's speed. When you look back, you often realize that the hardest things made you stronger, softer, kinder, more awake. And maybe you also realize that you survived. You are still here. You are still learning. And you are still growing through every single sunrise. That is the quiet beauty of your journey. The second lesson is simple but powerful. The best things in life are often unplanned. Think of a moment when something ruined your plan. Maybe it was rain that destroyed your perfect trip. Maybe it was a canceled meeting. Maybe your laptop broke right before a deadline. Maybe your day went in the opposite direction of what you wanted. And yet, life sometimes hides gifts behind these small accidents. Maybe the rain forced you to stay in a cafe and enjoy a peaceful moment you did not know you needed. Maybe a canceled plan gave you time to think about yourself. Maybe a broken laptop made you finally learn to take care of your work, your time, or your life in a better way. Life does not always follow your plan, but sometimes the things that break your plan end up being the most valuable parts of your story. You grow not because life is perfect. You grow because life is unpredictable. And when you accept this, your heart becomes lighter. You stop fighting every change. You stop blaming yourself for every detour. You begin to trust that even when things go wrong, something new can begin. Sometimes the wrong road leads you to the right place. Third lesson: small choices can change your life. This idea is simple, but many people forget it. You do not need to make huge decisions every day. You do not need to change your life in one dramatic moment. Often, the biggest changes come from the smallest steps. Maybe you once took the wrong bus. Maybe you felt annoyed. Maybe you thought it was a waste of time. But on that bus, you met someone who helped you find a job or encouraged you to try something new. Maybe you once sent a small message to someone. Maybe you thought it was nothing important. But that message became the beginning of a friendship, a project, or a podcast. Small choices can create waves that reach far into your future. This is the butterfly effect. A small action today can become a big turning point tomorrow. And this is why you should never think that your small steps do not matter. Every morning you wake up and choose to try again, you change your story. Every time you choose kindness, you change your future. Every time you choose courage, you build a new version of yourself. The biggest changes often begin with something very small. A small decision, a small conversation, a small moment of bravery. Never underestimate your small steps. They are the seeds of your tomorrow. Fourth lesson: pain can become a purpose. This part may feel heavy, but it is important. Sometimes life hurts you deeply. You may lose your job, you may lose someone you love, you may lose your confidence, your hope, or your sense of direction. Pain can be overwhelming. It can feel like there is no way forward. But pain is also a teacher, even when you do not want its lessons. Maybe losing your job pushed you into a new passion or a new career path. Maybe losing something important helped you see what truly matters. Maybe a painful experience made you wiser, more patient, or more understanding toward others. Pain is not beautiful, but what you become after surviving pain is. Some people lose their sight and learn to see life in a new way. Some people lose relationships and learn how to love themselves more. Some people lose stability and learn how to build a life that is more honest and more meaningful. Healing does not mean forgetting. Healing means using the light inside your pain to help others find their way. When your wounds turn into wisdom, you become a lighthouse for someone who is still lost. You become a reminder that pain is not the end. Pain can be the beginning of purpose. Your story can guide someone else. Your tears can teach someone else. Your strength can save someone else. Do not hide your healing. You never know who needs your light. The final lesson: trust your journey, even when you do not understand it. Life will not always give you answers right away. Sometimes you must walk through the dark with only a tiny light. Sometimes you must take a step without knowing what comes next. Sometimes you must trust the path even when it feels confusing. Life does not ask you to know everything. Life only asks you to keep moving. It's okay if you do not understand the meaning of something today. It's okay if you do not know why something happened. One day, you will look back and understand. The moment that feels like an ending might become the beginning of a better chapter. The moment that feels like loss might become the reason you grow in a way you never expected. You do not need to see the whole road to take one step. You do not need perfect clarity to begin. You only need trust. Trust that life is shaping you. Trust that you are learning at the perfect pace. Trust that the meaning will come later. because it always does. Now, take a breath. You are exactly where you need to be. You are learning what you need to learn. You are growing in ways you cannot see yet. Your journey is not random. It is not meaningless. It is not hopeless. It is shaping you quietly, softly, slowly. And one day, when you look back, you will see that every step, every detour, every heartbreak, every choice, every surprise, every moment of pain, they all brought you here, to a place where you can finally understand. You are doing better than you think. And you are becoming someone you will be proud of.